Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
And I'm Amanda.
Oh, so much to maybe just hate on this week.
Yeah, just truly hate.
I know it's been a whole weekend, Amanda. We haven't talked to each other in a couple days.
Well, I mean, we're texted all day yesterday.
That's true.
It's our hate. It's our hate listen day.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say about that, though.
I think everyone has a podcast listen.
A piece of media.
Oh, yeah, of course. Or TV, YouTube
yes,
channels.
That's what Smash was there for.
TikToks. I mean, there are really, truly some, hate watch TikToks that you love to hate it, and we just happen to love to hate the same one.
Gets your adrenaline going.
It really does. That's what I listen to while I'm hate cleaning, while I'm on my cleaning rampages. Yeah. So, another good one this weekend. What did you do this weekend?
I worked all weekend. Thank you for asking. But actually, this is one of my things I wanted to talk about. So should I just say it now?
Sure.
I saw the Pirates of Penzance, Amanda.
What? Wait for a second. Because speaking of high on life, I peeled myself away from watching the live stream Johnny Depp trial. So immediately I was thinking Pirates of the Caribbean. And I pictured you sitting down with your dad watching Pirates of the Caribbean. But you're talking my play, my musical.
1865 era Gilbert and Sullivan!
I just gotta ask you straight off the bat, who do you think did Sergeant of Police better? Me or that loser?
Listen, this is gonna be a whole conversation. So,
okay, great. Here we go.
First, before I even get into it, I do want to say, today a chorus line got taken off of the piano.
Wait, what do you mean? Got taken off the piano?
That should mean something to you if you actually clicked on the videos I was sending to the group chat every day.
Oh, you're talking about
the okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Chorus line came off today, Amanda. I would be like, yes! Because, I mean, it's like, I'm not getting into a chorus line.
That's a lot of dancing, too. It's a lot of choreography and sweat.
Except one of my best friends, Paul, was in a non-dancing production of a chorus line, which is the most hysterical thing.
Yeah, wait, what? That's like Pirates of Penzance, but there's no pirates in it.
Yeah.
Because it's a little too problematic.
It was kind of like they stood in a line and they would do their monologues and songs, but it was just a lot of movement.
Oh, gotcha.
Singers that moved.
Some gentle toe tapping sort of a thing.
Yeah, sure.
Some stretches. They're all just warming up to
they're warming up the whole time. Yeah. They haven't actually, they're not actually at the official audition. Okay. So Saturday. Well, first of all, my dad is a piano player, and he plays the piano for, every community theater.
He's a pianist.
In the city. He's a pianist.
Uh-huh.
And he's currently rehearsing for Victoria, Amanda. And, so he did Pirates of Penzance, and he wanted me to see it, and it had, this 4-week-long run. And I just, kept putting it off, because you know how I am. I just constantly, and I'm like, I just don't feel like it. And then I'm like, I'll go closing night. Because closing night, everyone's going to be, lit. Everyone's excited. Everyone's, sad. Everyone's doing, their best work. And then closing night turns out to be on a Saturday. I, could not get out of this. And, I was dreading it all last week. I work a 12-hour shift Saturday, and then I knew I had to go see this show, which is 3 hours long, as you know.
Oh, I do know. Which, at the time, as an 8th grader, as a 12 going on 13, I was like, why are we doing this? Anyone?
This is long.
Why would you pick this?
Right. But then the best part of this is that the next day, Sunday, yesterday, I had to also work a 12-hour shift, 7 to 7. So all day Saturday, I was depressed, and I was feeling so tired to the point that I just think my body was just already preparing for what was about the next 24 hours of my life. Yeah. And I was dreading it all day. I'm bitching about it all day. I'm like, Carling worked, and I'm like, Carling, is it bad that I'm just hoping that the whole cast of Pirates gets COVID and they have to cancel the show?
How could you do that?
I was talking to everyone about it, how much I was did not want to go to this. And then I asked my dad, I texted my dad, hey, is there a chance that maybe they made cuts, or is it actually like the full running time? And he's like, no cuts. And then I was like, oh, so it's like a 3.5 hour long show. And then he wrote back to me, well, you had so many opportunities to see this, but if you don't go, I won't hold it against you. Don't worry. I'm like, well, that's like you can't say that to me. So, and also he drove across the country with me. So I'm like, I guess I can go and sit through this. So it happens. I change into like this cute outfit, and I get to the theater. My dad's there. He buys us a glass of wine that we can sit in the theater. And he's going around to everyone, and everyone's like, Don, because everyone knows him. And he's like introducing me to everyone, and I just wanted to kill myself. I'm like, I don't want to. Please. I'm like, I was like, stop.
This is my daughter. She went to ASU for theater.
No, he doesn't. He's not like that. But he's just like,
he just wears the ASU dad.
He was wearing a ASU lanyard.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
All through the whole show.
Jesus. Okay. Was there anything on the lanyard, or was it just the lanyard?
No, I think there was probably some, like his keys were on it, like your mom.
Oh yeah, but that's how my mom wears them. So
and
she doesn't
he
lose
wore
them.
Cargo shorts, an old sweater from Costco from circa 1990, and hiking boots, laces completely undone, as he does. He never ties his shoelaces, and they're flinging and flanging all over the place.
The sweater is a bold choice for inside a theater.
Well, it's like just a long sleeve.
It's chilly?
Let's call it.
Oh, okay.
So we get in there, and dude, this show started. I immediately burst into tears because I love theater.
Oh, jeez.
I am a nerd.
Okay.
And like, people around me, like I was becoming part of the show at a certain point because I'd be like, oh, I love this song. I love this song. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. And like, I was so like happy for everyone on stage. Like, it was janky as fuck, right? Like, it's janky, but it was so cute, and I love the show. And
God, you sounded just like your mom when you just said show.
Yeah, I kind of heard it as I said it. Oh, God. Everyone I work with is so Canadian, and it's rubbing off on me. But at one point, okay, so I have so much to say about this.
No, wait, hold on. Was your seat, were you like front row, or were you
we
right
had,
next to your dad?
The best seat. Yeah, I was right next to my dad, and we had just like the perfect best seats, like straight in the middle.
Wait, I thought you said he was playing the piano for it.
He played only rehearsals. He doesn't play performances.
Oh, okay. I'm imagining him like best in show, or not best in show. Waiting for Guffman, where he's like at the piano, like, and
no.
Okay, gotcha.
But so
he's attending.
And I had said this last week.
Hold on a second. Which also makes the lanyard extra funny, because I thought he was showing you around, like, oh, here's my pass. I'm part of the crew.
Oh no, no. He was just wearing.
He's truly wearing it like my mom. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so it's a gender-bending production of Pirates, and I was like, and that's what I was bitching about at work too. I'm like, can you just leave Gilbert and Sullivan alone? Do we have to do this woke shit with
excuse me, ahead of my time.
Okay, but listen,
Sergeant of Police. Got it.
I was thinking about you the whole time during that song. So
1993 did it first. Okay.
So this thing starts. The pirate queen was so hot. I was like horned up for this girl. Like so good. I mean, again, no one was good, but it was good. I actually loved the show. I loved it. I would go watch it again.
Okay.
And it was just so cute because you look at all like the ensemble members, and they're all like just really trying their best, and some of them were just real bad, but they're still like up there doing it. Like, there's, like, these 40-year-old men up there, 50-year-old men who just, like, it's like, why are you doing this? It doesn't seem like you want to even be up there. But they come every night and do it for free. So, like, during the overture, I'm just bawling. And my dad was staring at me the whole time like a big ass.
Were you
stop looking at me.
That person in the audience that was singing along to I am the very model of a modern major general, because you want everyone to see that you know all the words?
No, I was in my own element, honestly. Okay. I was so happy. But okay, so it worked. This gender bending thing, it worked because me, my dad, and probably, I don't know, another third of the audience knows the show well enough where you can kind of know it's about to start what's about to happen, and it like works. It's like oh this is gonna be funny, and but then there was this girl kind of catty corner to me. Her and her boyfriend kept turning around and like looking at me. Because, like, I kept laughing really loud at stuff. Because I was genuine.
You're too noisy.
And, like, I almost said something. I was almost like, can I help you? but then she started getting into it afterwards.
You should have just done, like, the two fingers on your eyeballs and then point to the stage.
Like, watch the show.
Or you should have just stared at them. Just be staring at them, so when they turned around, you're staring right back at them.
Yeah, my arms crossed. So we get to the ladies come out and they sing that dun 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 running through a dun 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 dun
yes.
Okay, so and it's men, it's all men, and they're all wearing like those like 1900s like bathing suits, like the stripies.
Oh my god.
With like little hats,
were there like wrestling
like little
unitards
wrestling
or whatever.
Outfits.
Okay,
totally.
gotcha.
And it totally worked. It was so funny. And
God, you zany Canadians.
I was
guys
so into this. And like I would gasp right before a number was about to happen. And everyone around me was like into it. They're like, "Oh, this girl." I think at first people thought I was making fun of it, but like they were like, "Oh no, this girl like is enjoying the shit out of this." I'm a good audience member, dude. So it gets to the part where so like right at the end of not Poor Wandering One.
Poor Wandering One.
No, so it's right before Poor Wandering One. After Frederick, who was Frederick, a girl, sang like, "Oh, is there not one maiden here?" Whatever. And at the end of the song, she's like, "Not one," and the men are like, "No, not one," and she's like, "Not one," and then the men are like, "No," and then you hear off stage Mabel come, was named Abel. You can hear her go, "Yes, one," and they're like, "Oh, 'tis Abel," and then he's like, "'Tis Abel," and I was like, "Yas." And I'm like, I have to say,
Wait, you actually did? Yas.
Oh, I said, yas! And everyone laughed. The whole audience laughed. It was the biggest laugh of the night, I think.
Oh, God.
And I knew that there was going to be like a stop in the music for a second. And I was like, I'm going to yas this guy.
Jesus.
And I yassed him. And I think that kind of took the pressure off of the rest of the show.
You know what would be even funnier is if that's happened every single night during that pause, and every single one of you thinks that you're the first one who's done it. Like, I'm gonna yas.
I was just so excited because then I knew Poor Wandering One was happening, and he was really funny. He was very good, very hilarious. And then the first act ends, and I turned to my dad, and I'm like, "That's it?" I'm like, "Where's the sergeant of police?" And he's like, "Oh, that's an act 2." And I never knew that because I just grew up watching the movie where there's obviously no act break. Dude,
well, you should have just
sergeant
asked
of police,
the professional, okay?
I should have. So before the sergeant of police, Abel goes, "Here, here they come," and I was like, "Oh!" I audible gasp, and just like the guy, with 20% energy, marches out, and I was like, I just started a full audience clap. I was so fucking excited.
Wait, but they had a man for the sergeant of police.
Yeah, it was weird. That was the only non like crossover part.
I'm gonna say it again. I think after I did it, how do you improve upon that?
You can't compare it. It's like casting Beanie Feldstein as a Barbra Streisand.
How dare you?
Yeah,
oh, you're saying he's Beanie.
Streisand.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Beanie,
I'm Beanie.
Back.
Okay, he's Beanie. Okay, I'll take that.
He was so... I almost took a picture. I almost tried to take a picture. But I figured like my flash would go off.
I can look it up,
like,
I'm sure.
He's like so our type. And that's the one thing I leaned over and I was like, is he straight? And my dad said he didn't know. But I mean, if he is, he's probably married because he's like super hot and he's in the theater and he's probably a hot commodity.
Yeah, that's a very different take because, as you know, Sergeant of Police in the movie with Linda Ronstadt, He's kind of a long, gangly, like, wacky, waka, waka. He has, like, the arms up. How do you do that? What do you call this? This motion. How do you describe this? Like your elbows out to the side and you just have like
he's just a long, lanky man. This guy was like kind of like just our type, let's just say.
We could fit in his jeans.
We could definitely like
swimming in his jeans.
Tiny.
Okay, got it.
And anyway, I loved it. The end of the show kind of really fizzles off, I feel, but other than that, like,
I love that my mere presence for people, I make them start hating something or finding flaws in things that they once loved. Just by me being in your presence, you're like, yeah, actually it wasn't that good, but...
No, again, it was like community theater, but like I can't... I'm in such full support of this, of people doing this just because they love it, not because it's their profession or they're getting paid. And there was like a few real standouts, I thought.
Okay.
Real gems up there.
All right. Well, hey, that Patti LuPone clip that's all over TikTok where she's yelling at someone in the audience to put their mask up. One of the gems that was in Hamilton here in Chicago, our Angelica, Nikki Renee Daniels, was, because she's part of the cast of Company, was 2 stools away from Patti LuPone.
Which she just, everyone was looking down. Like, all the other cast members were like,
record scratch, what do we do?
What's happening?
Yeah. But she's good. She's good.
Anyway,
okay, I love how I'm saying there was a standout in a Broadway production. You're like, yeah. But they weren't in
But I'm talking about Pirates of Penzance at the Pump House Theater in Calgary. Okay.
So, yeah, you got that going for you. I went to a Bands Off Our Bodies rally on Saturday with my sister and Paige and my mom, Carol. Carol was there. Carol never gets overheated. She never puts her air conditioning on, which is why, like, she busted all of our nervous and temperature controls when we were younger because we're all overheated now.
Oh, yeah.
Because we just got, like, fried. But because she's frugal, she doesn't feel the heat because it's expensive to turn the air on. So depending on how much it costs, she can self-regulate. But she was heating up on Saturday. Like, we were very concerned. We've never seen her like this way. But she had a very good suggestion for everyone that she thought I should recommend. She has some Birkenstock sandals that she thinks are great. But they also have a knockoff Crocs. They're not the dogs, the DAWGs.
Right.
There's some other ones that you should keep your eyes peeled because they're on GMA's hot deals or hot steals and good deals bargains.
That might be the ones that I have then, because mine aren't officially Crocs, but they were like $40 instead of...
Yeah, there's some other brand that she swears by.
Oh, yeah.
And she's got some slide versions. And she actually stopped one of my niece's guy friends. It was like, oh, did you get those from off the GMA things? And he's like, no, these are Yeezys. Like whatever those big white things, because my mom's looks like those, but they're, the old lady version. My mom went
to a garage sale the other day, Amanda, and she got me 3 pairs of Crocs for $1 each.
Oh my God.
And she's like, don't worry, if they don't fit you, I can resell them for probably $5 each.
Are they used?
I mean, yeah, but she shops. She goes to like the bougiest garage sales. So
I'm sure
they probably haven't even been touched.
And I know you're gonna call me bougie, but it's not bougie. It's just
I'm a jerk.
No, I'm not.
You can literally wash Crocs in the sink with soap and water.
No, things have seeped into that, like foot sweat and germs, and like pants. I would never wear, worn or use. I just can't because people have like farted in them. Girls have probably gotten, sorry if there's any gentlemen listening, but you probably got like your period in them or like
discharge.
Or like you just go commando and everything. I don't trust it. No way.
You know what I think? I think you're fine.
No, things stay in fabrics. And actually, proof of that is you've seen all those TikToks where people do that like stripping thing, where they put like in the tub with their pillows or blankets or old toys. And
I love those.
I don't know, whatever the hell they put in there. Like,
do you ever watch that woman that redoes like people's like childhood like stuffed animals?
Oh yes. Oh my God.
She puts a little heart thing in like with like their old stuffing in it.
Yeah, people send in their old ratty whatever. Oh, I think I sent it to you to send to Brad because he's got his old blanket, but it's just there's like nothing left of it. Jesus. But yeah, you can send this woman, just look it up on TikTok, whatever hashtag, I don't know, stuffed animals, loveys. Yeah, and it's the sweetest thing. And she does, like, people will send in these grubby ass looking, gross.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, you wouldn't even want to touch them. And she washes them all up, but she does like this voiceover. She's like, I'm just going to give him a good scrub. And then I'm just going to brush him out because he's so sweet.
She has a great ASMR
that button
voice.
nose. It was just the sweetest. Yeah, then she puts like a little wish heart or something inside.
Have you, another ASMR voice TikTok that I'm like obsessed with is this girl that like, she's like a beekeeper. She's like a bee handler. And she goes and like gets like, if there's like a bee infestation somewhere, she like puts them all in like a new hive and she brings them out.
And she doesn't wear any gear, does she?
No, she just kind of, she's like this really beautiful, thin,
I think I've
young
seen her a long
girl.
time ago.
And she just kind of like puts her, it looks easy actually. Yeah. She just sticks her hand in, they crawl on her arm, and she's like, these bees were very friendly. And that was another good day of saving the bees. Oh. And the way she says bees is like, I just want her to say it over and over. I could fall asleep to it.
Do you ever get the young gal who is like a painter, sculptor, and she's either Australian or some cool British accent, I don't know, some sort of, you know, charming accent. And she's like, today I'm going to do mold number 4,300 that I got off Gumtree. And there are these antique molds, and she doesn't know what they are. So she like pours the clay or the plaster or something in there, lets it dry, and then she cracks it open. She doesn't know what it's going to be. Like it could be mugs or candlesticks or a dish or whatever. And then she takes it out and she paints it all up, but you really don't know what it's going to look like until she puts it in the kiln. And then she takes it out and they're like, I don't know. It's just her cute little accent. And
oh, well, I'm sure I'll get it now.
Yeah, no, you're going to love it. But, what else? Oh, can we talk about this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? Not super in depth.
I mean, careful though.
Either way you look at it, or I guess all ways you can look at it, I highly recommend, and this woman is like huge, I think, on YouTube, but it's Emily D. Baker, and she's an attorney, and she watches along with
she's
the
an
live feed.
Actual attorney giving
her
an actual
Yes. She's been to law school, practiced.
Not just the person that like sits at home and thinks that they have
watches it or whatever, picks up on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, she has actual expertise, like Judge Judy level.
Right, okay.
And she's got recorded videos and things. I think she's done, you know, a bunch of other popular, famous people things. But I saw it come up on, I think it was like posting something on our YouTube feed, which is just the podcast. So don't expect either of us to be seen. We'd rather just be heard.
Yeah.
So she came up and was like, what's this?
By the way.
Oh God, I'm not that clever or witty.
We're not fucking What's that?
That was supposed to be one of the TikTok songs, but this is why I don't have
the
TikTok.
Only TikTok thing I still am seeing is that goddamn Lizzo one. So
okay, well anyway, Emily D. Baker, you can just watch her little clips, or she live streams, and she was doing the Amber Heard trial today. She's still doing it. I had to turn it off to talk to you, but it's fine. But you see the whole thing, and then she's just on the side, and she doesn't like talk the whole time, but she'll pop in and she'll be like, oh no, evidentiary, leading. That should be an objection. But she'll also be like, no, that's fair. Like, Johnny Depp, like, this is going to be bad for him.
Right.
So it's not all, like, Amber Heard trashing. She'll say stuff that, like, doesn't look good for him, too. But, I mean, I definitely am, I don't want to say, like, pro-Johnny or whatever. Like, I think he was probably verbally abusive and that kind of stuff, but she seems...
He also could have been physically abusive, but, you know, every time I do watch a couple minutes even of Amber Heard, I'm like, you are just, like, a really bad actress.
Yeah. Yeah, and some of the stuff that her attorneys were playing and that she was answering don't look good for her at all.
Right.
And I get they're probably trying to like get ahead of it, but I don't know. I highly recommend you go listen to this lady cuz just her takes on stuff, again, her being an attorney really helps kind of clarify stuff.
An actual attorney.
Yep. Yeah, an attorney.
Giving
She's a lawyer.
on the case.
Like Star Jones. Like Star Jones was also a lawyer.
Yeah.
On The View. Oh, remember The View with Elizabeth and Rosie?
Do I remember The View? I mean, the fucking ladies who punch, you guys. I think we must
we
have done
did
an
recap that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that when it's going through our Patreon. Which,
By the way,
hey, speaking of Patreon, we're like burying the lead here. We're going to be covering Real Housewives of Beverly Hills every week. So get yourself on Patreon. Check the show notes for the link, patreon.com/LoveToHateTV. We're going to do like a mega episode this week of episodes 1 and 2. And then next week we'll finish up. Yeah, well, we'll finish up probably Teen Mom next week because we'll do like the reunion as one globular.
I think we're doing a jumbo of Teen Mom next week.
Right. And then the big jumbo of Beverly Hills this week. And then we'll just do weekly then.
On patreon.com/trpod, our Total Request podcast, where you guys submit
give us whatever you want us to watch.
Somebody just submitted, though, and I want to give them credit, and then also just say this here, that we can't pick this because we've actually already done it. We did it 100 years ago, but Rebecca R., I'll just say, she requested Brother Husbands, but we have done that. Back catalog.
And we have hundreds, between the two Patreons, several hundred, if not probably 1,000 episodes, no joke. Because just on Love to Hate TV, I know we're probably over 400 at this point. And you sign up and you get all of them, instant access, and you can search if you just want to see or listen to just Sister Wives or just Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So go and check that out. Don't sleep on it. We give you an awesome bang for your buck. Not to toot our own horns, but come on.
Do you want to talk about SNL?
Oh, yeah. Can we?
Yeah, there's lots of shit going on. Michael Che quit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't know he quit.
Yeah, I mean, he's finishing out the season, but he's done after that.
I didn't know that. Oh.
I know, and I like him. I think he's kind of, like, not great, but it kind of works. Like, I like the relationship between him and Colin.
Yeah, and he doesn't do anything besides Weekend Update, does he?
I feel like he'll do sketches every so often.
Every once in a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, this week was pretty good. I haven't watched the last 10, 15 minutes. I haven't gotten there yet, but it was Selena Gomez. You're a huge Gomez head. She was okay. I mean, she didn't knock my socks off. She's fine. Post Malone.
I thought the guy from last week actually did great. Gerard Carmichael.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Okay, well, whatever. The last host.
Last week was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, yeah.
Or Cumberbatch.
Jared Carmichael, I thought could have just been plugged into the cast, to be honest.
Sure.
This was great.
This week was pretty good. They're using that Sarah, whatever her name is.
They're
using her a lot. I think she's kind of getting into her niche.
Yeah.
Because before we only saw her do that, hey, Colin! Oh, that kind of obnoxious.
Right, but it's kind of her thing now. It's like that she has like this ongoing feud with Colin, which I think is a smart thing to do when you get on SNL. If you kind of can get a recurring bit going.
But we needed to see like the other side of her. Yeah, she does other bits, and then this is just another bit where she came in with only that, and it was like, wow, this one's a lot.
I thought she was hilarious in that Six Flags sketch. I loved that sketch.
Oh my God, I hated that sketch.
Oh, I watched it like 4 times back to back. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay. Didn't really
We
do
like
it for
different
me.
types of comedy though, because I like
funny stuff.
Funny? No, you like comedy that isn't funny.
No, I like the funny stuff. And you like the more slapstick Three Stooges.
I do. I like smart stuff too.
Waka 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 waka.
I don't though.
Yes, you do.
I mean, you're the professional improv artist though, so you know more.
We
about
already
comedy
talked about this. Proops, Huff, and Faye, right?
Faye.
No, I thought it was really good this
Pete
week.
Davidson.
Yeah, so, oof.
I hope he doesn't still get... I hope they don't get paid if they're not on a show.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, do they get paid if they just don't show up, basically? And I do believe... So the rumor is...
It's a salary.
Yeah, but if you're not there fulfilling your job, I'm sure for him, he's like, I don't really give a shit. So the rumor is...
Saying that, I don't want to say that I don't... Like, if a cast member is there all week and just doesn't get stuff on the show, but they're still trying,
different.
they should still get paid. But I think Pete Davidson should be paid for the last...
Okay, well, let me read what the rumor is. This is according to Radar Online. The official word is that the Staten Island native was released in order to shoot an indie horror film in his hometown, New York borough. But Davidson's frequent appearances alongside girlfriend Kim Kardashian and the Kardashian clan have left fellow cast members confused and angry. According to a source, Pete is a huge part of the show, but it's as if he's either a part-timer or a quit mid-seasoner. Some of his co-stars are privately raising their eyebrows. Here they are being told by everyone at NBC that he is filming a movie, but all they see is him bobbing up alongside Kim and her family at events like the White House Correspondents' Dinner and the Met Gala. It's hard not to feel anything but abandoned by one of your own. I mean, I guess he can be funny. I don't think he brings a ton to the show. Besides ratings, probably, because he was with Ariana Grande.
No, I think he's pretty solid, though. I think he's a very solid cast member, but he is just so in and out, like, you don't see him.
Yeah. If I was a fellow cast member, maybe because I'm just bitter or whatever, but like you said, if I was there working my ass off 6 days a week and I'm trying to do all these sketches and he just kind of comes and goes and, if he likes it, maybe he'll do one of those... the little skits with the 3 assistants or the 3 writers that are in the back. They're actually kind of funny. Do you know who I'm talking about? There's like a redhead guy who's kind of like tall and skinny and pale. And there's like a short guy with glasses.
Them at all. I sometimes will just fast forward through those.
They can be kind of funny.
Like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot or something.
Yeah, something before reading.
That. Something like that.
But I just feel like those he can kind of show up and just pop in his face, or he does that one character where he's like, I don't know. Okay. No.
I like that character, though.
Yeah, but again, you're working your ass off 6 days a week, and you're not getting anything, anything up on there. I don't know. I loved, who's my guy? Kyle Mooney this week.
Kyle Mooney, yeah.
He was in the opening where he's like,
he was Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was Johnny Depp, too. But in the opening where Selena's doing her little monologue.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'll do it. And she's like, aren't you married? And he's like, yeah. I just love his face. It's just his expressions are really sweet.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see with Pete.
What was I going to say? Something about a
Post
girl
Malone,
on the
how he's charming and somewhat attractive in a weird, strange face tattoo
I really rarely watch the musical numbers.
I don't. Yeah, I know. I never know who they are because I'm old.
Yeah, me neither. Melissa Villaseñor was in
she was in quite a few.
Yeah.
I
feel bad for her because there's her, Chloe Fineman, and Sarah Squirm, and I feel like they're all kind of the same type.
Yeah.
And I felt like offended for Melissa Villaseñor last week when Chloe got that whole thing where she was doing she was like the understudy and she was doing impressions of all the other cast members. I'm like, but Melissa's the impressionist.
Right.
Like, if I were Melissa, I'd be like, I don't want you to do an impression of me.
Yeah, but she got her face on there. She made it into the show, so that's good.
She posted something on Twitter a couple weeks ago where somebody was like, why isn't Melissa Villaseñor ever on this? And she was like, I know. You can ask them.
She retweeted the tweet. And we all know from Housewives, you got to be careful with that. My God, step away.
Don't like anything. Brooks Marks is a baby toddler. And Lorne Michaels in that article, it said that he said that... sorry. It was the Michael Che article. Lorne Michaels had made a statement saying, no, this is going to be an upcoming year of change for SNL. But I wish...
They're going to go back to an all-white cast. Except Keenan.
Progressive. Except who?
Keenan.
Keenan has to stay there.
Yep. And that's where he's got to play like Whoopi, Oprah, anyone of any person of color, then we'll just give it to Keenan to play. Sure.
I don't know. Bowen. I think Bowen is kind of a darling there, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was in the Bratz doll skit this last week, right? Yeah, he was pretty good.
Well, he also got nominated for like an Emmy and a Golden Globe.
Oh, good. I like him. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I had two things. Oh, made me think of comedy. BJ Novak and
Mindy Kaling.
Oh my god, I was about to say Kelly Kapoor. Jesus. Mindy Kaling. Yeah, they're like, we're a couple, we're not a couple. It's kind of getting on my nerves.
Are they like a... Yeah, I was know. Thinking, like, are they the new Kristen Bell, Dax Shepard?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that, but I was like, oh God. Because she is sort of a darling, right? Everyone loves her. She's got a single mom, 2 kids. She's doing her thing. I did not know until... Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I read books now. So I was on my Goodreads app because I like to turn a page or two every day, not to brag. I think I'm up to 12 books so far this year, so things are looking up. I'm really proud of myself for this. Anyway, on my app, I was looking through, and apparently Mindy Kaling has like 15 novels. Did you know this?
I have one of her audiobooks. Audiobooks, though.
Yeah, no, not just her. What was the first one? It was like, Is It Just Me or something like that?
Yeah, Why Doesn't Anyone Like Me or something like that.
Right. No, she has a ton of books, like a whole series. She probably releases 1 or 2 a year. Huh. There's tons. And a lot of it is like, oh, I was just with like my friend, or she mentions a boyfriend here or there, or a significant other. And some of it is like being a mom, managing it all, managing in Hollywood and dating and all this kind of stuff. And then you see little things on Radar or on UK Daily Mail where it's like, oh, BJ Novak and Mindy Kaling trick-or-treating in downtown LA with blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, so...
Do you think that's the baby daddy?
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like, she was like, I'm never going to tell anyone who my children's dad is because it's none of their business. But like you're saying, is it kind of a Kristen Bell Dax thing where...
Right. It's like, just tell us.
We want you to know, but we don't want you to know. But like, we're cool, we're relatable. No, we're just friends. No, we did date, but like, we're just friends now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both very they're very proud of themselves for still maintaining a friendship after dating. But I'm like, okay, that's not anything. Anyone can do that.
I just feel like if you're going to be talking about it and writing books and all that kind of stuff, you owe us to tell us everything about your love life with each other. Amanda. Yeah. All right. I don't know if it's just me. I still like her.
He seems like kind of insufferable, though.
Yeah, I wonder what he's like in real life.
I don't know.
I think I would like her. No, you don't care much about her. I think I would like her. I think he might be kind of like a...
Prick?
You know, they say, like Fred Armisen, like he's got kind of a dark, quiet streak that maybe you have to be a little leery of.
Well, I think all men have that.
You don't want to get too close to the sun. Yeah. Hey, speaking of scary, you guys are going to love this story. This is so cute. So cute. An unlikely friendship has been struck with R. Kelly. Yeah, you know him. America's sweetheart, R. Kelly.
Is he in jail?
Yeah. And guess who he's besties with? The subway shooter suspect. The New York Frank James. They're best buddies. And even the prison or the Brooklyn jail officials have confirmed this. They're like talking in the jail yard. They're hanging out. They're getting commissary together.
Good choice, R. Kelly.
Yeah. I just thought you guys would really like that one.
Someone at work told me yesterday that there was some like insane shooting in Buffalo.
Yeah, my mom sent that to me. Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, shit. And then we all were congratulating ourselves for being Canadian because we don't have shit like that. But then I was like, see, the only like really horrific crime I can think of was that, and then we all said at the same time, oh, that Greyhound bus thing. But that might be one of the worst things in the whole universe. It's like that guy that, like, cut that guy's head off on the Greyhound bus.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ugh, yikes.
So, like, when Canada, we stay pretty chill, but when we do something, we do it.
You get lit.
Yeah, we go all out.
Yeah, after Saturday, it was just it was like an uplifting in a I don't know, like in an inspirational way. Like, yes, like-minded women, and we can do this, and we're gonna keep doing our thing. I'm not gonna get like political or whatever here, but then when I got home, like I was exhausted, emotionally exhausted. My mom said that to me. I was like, okay, I just gotta like take a break from news for a day or two before I can get back into it. But I did hear something really bad happened. But I heard future shootings, whoever it was who was planning on shooting more, and they caught him or something.
He wrote like a manifesto, and he supported some movement that I just heard of today for the first time. That was about like how white people are going to be exterminated soon because now all the races are just going to start just intermingling, and then there'll just be no white population anymore. And I remember hearing that when I was in like around 7th grade. Our teacher said that. He was like, yeah, at some point we're all just going to kind of be like just a big fucking, like, there's not going to really be, like, it's just, everyone's just going to kind of be,
so you're telling me your 7th grade teacher is the suspected shooter or accused shooter?
No, but I remember all of us when we heard that, we were all like, oh, that sounds fine. Sounds cool.
Oh.
See, so there's just like, everyone's just everything.
In the U.S., our 7th grade teachers were telling us, you're going to have to learn the metric system because pretty soon, you guys, the U.S. is going to have to convert and use the metric system like the rest of the world. Yeah, so that's really why we have to learn inches.
You really like to cling to some shit over there, huh?
Apparently. Yeah. I mean, we really, one day we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Just you watch.
Well, I turned on the AC, shockingly, at work at like 7 in the morning. And I had to ask someone, like, I'm like, is 18, is that good? 18 degrees?
Yeah,
that's good,
that's
right?
the only thing I think you guys do need to change over. I think our temperature system, Fahrenheit, is a lot clearer.
What, so that 0 degrees is 32? You think that makes sense?
Is that what? No, yeah. Well, what a...
0, it should just be 0. It makes most sense. Freezing is 0.
Okay, so what is 18 degrees? What does that mean?
You double it at 30, I think. I would consider it hot. I feel like people would consider it cold. I turned it down to 16, actually.
16 degrees Celsius is what Fahrenheit... See, 16 sounds low. Right? 16 is a lower number. Okay, so I mean, let's not even get into 16 because 16, I think, is actually a friendly, good time gal. If 16 were...
Oh, like number-wise? I remember the way I judge my temperatures is that I remember skiing at Canada Olympic Park where the Olympics were, where Cool Runnings took place.
Okay, and I remember 16 Celsius, by the way, is 60.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
so it's like nice.
Perfect.
Temperate, right?
It's perfect.
Okay.
But I remember skiing at COP, and they had, like, as you go down the hill, they have a big, like, temperature digital thing that you can see. And I remember seeing that it was 15 degrees, and I remember in my head thinking, this is perfect. Like, I'm perfectly comfortable right now.
And that would be 59 degrees.
Which is great, right?
I think so. 59 is nice. Because, like, you really could do short sleeve and be like, okay, this feels like a chill on my skin, like maybe.
Cold, but I'm walking around, so...
Yeah, or you could put a sweatshirt on and you could still be comfy.
I feel tiny.
Yes.
My car doesn't go lower than 60 degrees. I haven't picked up my new car, by the way, yet.
Oh, you need to name your new car.
Both my parents are like, Amanda... when are you getting that new car? And I'm like, I'm on it, okay? All I have to do is submit it to my insurance company, and I just like...
Oh, here we go. I better give Daphne a ring so we can get on you with this.
I'm going to her house tonight for dinner.
Oh, what's she making?
I have no idea, but I'm going
I'm feeling like a stroganoff or some sort of like pork schnitzel or something.
I think she's going to make tomato surprise, probably.
Oh, that's too easy.
She'll have some stuff.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try to do that insurance thing, though, so that I can send it to her and then she can get Ron to go in the basement and print it off for me, Amanda.
Print it off in the basement.
Because that's kind of what I use her for. Also, guess what? I have a brand new printer sitting right next to me. Just don't want to plug it in.
Oh my God, Amanda.
I know, I'm a huge piece of shit.
Now everybody knows this is why moms turn into the annoying moms that they are when you're an adult and you're like, okay, I love my mom to death, but like sometimes, Jesus, you guys make us this way. Because even I want to be like, Amanda, plug it in. Come on, get it done.
My dad is 7 years old and he still doesn't do up his shoelaces. So
because he's a man. Because he's a man.
Also, his shoelaces are like 80 feet long too.
He needs those
just
curly
take his shoelaces
ones.
Out.
He needs those curly ones, the self-tires. Or they have these silicone ones you can get on Amazon. That they do for like kids now, where all of them just look like a straight across lace. So you just like kind of like toggle them in, and then they're just slip-ons every time. I highly recommend that for moms of younger kids. It's so much easier.
Yeah, I would get those for my dad, and then he would just never. He would be just like me. He would just never like get around.
Well, then you put them in.
Yeah, I bought him a 6-month Audible subscription that he let expire.
Oh, jeez. Well, you can send them to me now because I read books.
Right.
I read big books, like over 300-page books.
You really think you're flexing with that, huh?
Really proud of myself. Well, it's hard because reading makes me really sleepy. It's like taking a NyQuil for me when I read. So I really have to strategize. It's always been that way, even since I was young.
My eyes are too Tourette'y to read. They're just like, like I can't focus on like a line. Like I would literally need to read with like the biggest font ever.
You could do that, or get readers. I got readers. I have glasses too, but I got readers.
Or I could just listen.
Again, this is like welcome to the elderly hour.
Yeah.
Speaking of my bursitis, all I needed was that cortisone shot. Took about 2 weeks, but it really did the trick. All right.